It's another game in the DFB Pokal, this time against Paderborn. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84 and this is another episode of Roten Bullen, where we are currently out in Leipzig managing Red Bull Leipzig. Before we get into today's episode, which as I've already alluded to is against Paderborn in the DFB Pokal, please don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button and leave any comments that you have down in the box below. But if that's all done, we're going to get straight on into today's match action and jump into the game. So then, here we are back in the game. As you can see, nice healthy lead still at the top of the Bundesliga by 7 points after 20 games. Let's show you a little bit of what's happened since you were last with us. If we look at the schedule, you can see that since the Hertha game, we have beaten Stuttgart 2-0, where Brenner and Matthias Arezzo both got on the score sheet. And also we beat Hamburg 3-0 with Rudiger, Brenner again, and Soloth scoring in that game. That brings us nicely up to this game, which is the DFB Pokal third round, and this is going to be against Paderborn. So with all the catching up done, let's jump straight into some match footage and show you the lineup that we'll be playing against Paderborn. So we've got Galaxy in goal, Angelino at left back, Norman Williamson, Rudiger and Lamptey at right back. We've got Forsberg wide left, Tonali and Thales Magno through the middle. We have got Salas and we're playing in behind Arezzo and Brenner, who are forging themselves a nice partnership up front. So let's jump in and see what happens in the DFB Pokal. So then this third round game is off and running, and hopefully we're going to breeze past Paderborn into the next round. But it is defending that we've got to do early on. But luckily Tonali did well. He found Magno and he found Brenner, who beats his man, drags his left-footed shot wide. That's easy for somebody else to say. And then, would you believe it, Paderborn have gone up the other end, got themselves a corner, and then they've actually scored. So we find ourselves behind after 16 minutes. Forsberg's now picked up an injury as well, so we're going to bring Nkunku on to replace him. And Paderborn have the next shot in the game too. Galaxy gets down and makes a great save there to keep it at 1-0. But we do have a chance here. Magno plays Brenner into the box. He goes to ground. Nothing given. Not even looked at by VAR. And then we're on the attack again. Brenner gets in behind with another ball from Magno, who's influencing the game quite a lot early on. And unfortunately, Brenner's shot is weak and goes straight at the goalkeeper. So Paderborn now have the throw-in and they're going to be looking to build an attack. But we're pressing quite high, which is quite good. Force them to just play the ball over the top where Lamptey's going to pick it up. He turns, plays the Galaxy to Norman Williamson. Ball up to Arezzo. He deals with that brilliantly. And Brenner is in behind again. You don't keep giving Brenner those chances because, as he's proven already, I think that's 3 games, 3 goals for Brenner now. Does brilliantly here. Arezzo takes the ball down. Magno with the touch. That link-up play between Magno and Brenner is really coming together. Really impressed with the way that Magno doesn't even need to take any time to see what he's doing. He just plays the ball out of his feet straight into the path of Brenner. Brenner with the finish to level the game up. So 35 minutes on the clock. We are going to have a goal kick that's played short to Rudiger. Plays the ball to Magno and it goes back to Galaxy. Bit of interchange football here. But Norman Williamson gives the ball away and it's coming back at us. It's a shot from distance from Eklenkamp. And nothing really for Galaxy to be worrying about as the ball sails harmlessly over the bar. Now going to be pressing high up the pitch as Paderborn have got a throw-in. And they are playing it around in the middle of the field. Somebody needs to go and close them down really. Ball tries to go over the top and we deal with it well at the back. But doesn't really get too far away. And then a poor pass goes straight to Brenner. They've let him in on goal. And that almost was a cheeky chip. He tried the chip, it hit the crossbar. If that would have gone in, that probably would have been goal of the season right there, because that was brilliant. Would have preferred him to have put his foot through the ball and made it 2-1, but to try the cheeky chip there, it was fantastic. So we're going to go straight into the second half. Not going to make any changes. We already had that one enforced change in the first half. But Paderborn are doing really well to keep the pressure on us. They had a free kick there that Galaxy has to deal with, and then it's lumped forward and dealt with by their defenders. But we are forcing them back. Goalkeeper's now playing a pass into the middle of the park. I feel if we could have put a foot in there and the goalkeeper was that far off his line, we would have had a chance to just hit it straight back at him. But as it works, anyway, Magno has played in Brenner again, and that link-up play, Magno and Brenner are starting to steal the show here. You can see it's won well in the air by Arezzo. Magno's only got one idea in mind, and that's to flick the ball through to Brenner. Takes the touch, beats the man, hits it hard and low. And that's the lead that we've been looking for. We are going to make a change. I think we've got a couple of players. We've got Tonali, I think, who can come off. We are going to give Pino a chance in the middle of the park. And I'm actually going to bring Sorloth on in place of Arezzo. So 2 substitutions with 55 minutes on the clock. Just to give us a couple of pairs of fresh legs. And also a bit more attacking threat up front as well. And we are looking to make that count straight away as Salas plays the ball over the top to Lamptey. He crosses it in. After a lucky deflection, I think, off of Sorloth, it just falls into the path of Brenner. He's there to tuck in a 3rd goal, and that's a hat-trick for the Brazilian, who is really making a stamp on this team straight away. Lamptey with the cross. It kind of ricochets off of the defender, and then Sorloth rolls straight into the path of Brenner, and he's making no mistakes in this game. And we are absolutely dominating with the 3 goals from Brenner after we went behind quite early on. But they're trying to make a fight of it. Paderborn just had a corner that got headed over the bar, and now Galaxi's going to play it short, going to play our way out of defence. Salas with a bit of a wayward pass there, and now it's forced us into a bit of defensive action. There's a silly tackle. I'm not sure who flew into the tackle there, but that wasn't really what I wanted to see. Nearly a penalty given away, and instead it goes for a throw-in. But for a second I did think, oh no, that's probably a penalty. Referee didn't do anything about it. We live to fight another day. And it's a cross there from Lamptey that gets headed straight on goal by Salas, but straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. And now Paderborn are taking their turn to attack, but a wayward pass almost gets picked off. And they're playing it around. But Angelino ends up with the ball, gets it through to Sorloth. He tries the through ball, goes to nobody. And with 81 minutes on the clock, we're really looking to play this one out. Brenner feeds Sorloth. He, though, hits it straight at the goalkeeper, and we have a corner. Nkunku with a wicked whipped cross. Doesn't really go to anybody. It gets cleared away, and then Paderborn deal with it fairly well. And Nkunku was offside anyway for the return ball. So a little bit disappointing, but Rudiger has left the ball behind. Someone needs to tell Rudiger he's supposed to take the ball with him. But it doesn't really make any difference. And some of these highlights are a bit wishy-washy at the moment. Just had what's going on here. Lamptey's going to get sent. What did Lamptey just get sent off for? Anybody see what that was about? I didn't even see a challenge. The ball went out of play for a throw-in, and Lamptey's just there. So I don't know what he was sent off for. We might have to appeal that one. Did not even see what happened at all. But whilst I'm chattering on about a red card for Lamptey, the game has come to an end, and we have another 3-1 victory in the DFB Pokal. So it's a good place to just have a little look at the stats to see we dominated the game. 17 shots, 9 on target, an XG of 2.83. Only had 45% possession, which kind of told because Paderborn really were in the game, even though there was a 3-1 scoreline. They did create chances, which, fair play to them, they put up a good fight, but they couldn't stick with us in the end. So that's going to be the end of this one. A big thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to support the channel. We're going to push further on into the season, or actually maybe one more game. I think we're going to go one more game and then come back for the next episode and then push on to a bigger game after that. But either way, that's a wrap for this one. Thank you very much for watching.